Let's be real for a second. Life is a game where nobody hands you the rulebook. We're all dropped into the middle of it, expected to play, but we spend half our time guessing the rules. And when we lose, we blame the game. We say it's unfair, it's rigged. But what if the problem isn't the game? What if the problem is that we've been ignoring the most fundamental rules? Today we're going to talk about 6 brutal truths that life operates on. These aren't opinions. They're like gravity. You can pretend they don't exist, but they're still holding you down. The moment you stop fighting them and start using them, everything changes. You stop being a passenger and you start driving. 1. The universe doesn't keep a scorecard. This is the big one. We're raised on this idea that if we're a good person, if we work hard and keep our heads down, some cosmic force will reward us. We think there's an invisible accountant in the sky tracking our effort and our suffering, ready to hand us a check when we've earned enough points. That accountant doesn't exist. The universe isn't against you, but it's also not for you. It's indifferent. Think about the person who stays late at the office every single night. They do extra work, they help their colleagues, they never complain. They assume their boss sees their sacrifice and will automatically give them that promotion. A year goes by. The promotion goes to the person who did good work, but who also confidently walked into the boss's office and asked for it. Was that unfair? No. It was just reality. Your good intentions are invisible. Your quiet effort is silent. You don't get what you deserve. You get what you effectively negotiate for, create, and build. Stop waiting for the universe to notice you've been a good player. Pick up the ball and make a play. The scoreboard only tracks action. 2. You can win a race you never meant to run. Society hands us a checklist from day one. Get the good grades, land the safe career, buy the big house. We spend our youth sprinting down this track, collecting the expected trophies, and everyone on the sidelines cheers. It feels like winning. But one day you might cross the finish line, stand on the podium surrounded by your achievements, and feel nothing. A deep, hollow emptiness. That's the terrifying moment you realize you just won a race you never even wanted to enter. You were running on someone else's definition of success. We follow this script because it feels safe. It offers approval. It's far easier to walk a well-trodden path than to bushwhack your own. This is the ultimate trap. Achieving a dream that wasn't yours to begin with. So take a moment to reflect on this. Ask yourself, what would my perfect day look like if money was no object and nobody could judge me? Be honest. How many of your current goals are actually leading you toward that day? Don't waste your life climbing a ladder only to find it was propped against the wrong wall. 3. Your time is a currency you can't stop spending. Imagine you have 4,000 weeks on this planet, if you're lucky. Think of it like a bucket of water with a small, steady leak. You can't stop the leak. You can only choose what you place under it to catch the water. We treat time like it's an infinite resource. We say, I'll start that business someday, or I'll learn that skill later. But someday is a thief. It steals your life in tiny increments, those little bits of time confetti. 5 minutes on Instagram here, 10 minutes scrolling news there. It doesn't feel like much, but 1,000 of those moments is a book you never wrote, a language you never learned, a business you never started. Your present reality is simply the accumulated receipt of how you've spent your time until now. This isn't about regret. It's about radical awareness. The leak is constant. Starting right now, you have a choice. Will you let that irreplaceable currency drain into the dirt, or will you use it to water the seeds of the life you actually want to grow? 4. Your comfort zone is a beautiful cage. A lobster grows by shedding its hard, protective shell. In that moment of transition, it's soft, vulnerable, and exposed. It's deeply uncomfortable. But if the lobster decided that process was too risky, if it chose to stay in its familiar shell forever, it would never grow. It would be trapped. Your comfort zone is that shell. It's warm, safe, and familiar, and nothing of value grows there. Our brains are hardwired for homeostasis. They crave stability and fight to keep things the same. This is why change feels so hard. Your brain interprets the discomfort of growth as a threat. Every single goal you have exists right on the other side of that discomfort. A healthier body requires the burn of exercise. A new skill requires the frustration of being a beginner. A deeper relationship requires the vulnerability of an honest conversation. So, here's a challenge. This week, intentionally do one small thing that makes you uncomfortable. Make the phone call you've been avoiding. Go to the social event you'd rather skip. The goal isn't to instantly transform your life, it's to build the muscle of courage, one rep at a time. 5. Fear is not a warning. It's a compass. We treat all fear the same, like a universal stop sign. But there are two kinds of fear. There's the fear of physical harm, the speeding car, the tiger in the bushes. That fear is a survival instinct. You should listen to it. But then there's the second, more common fear. The fear of ego death. The fear of rejection, of failure, of looking stupid. This fear isn't a stop sign, it's a compass. It almost always points directly toward your next stage of growth. The fear of public speaking is your compass, pointing you toward finding your voice. The fear of launching your project is the compass, pointing you toward your potential. It's simply showing you the edge of your comfort zone. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the judgment that something else is more important than fear. So, stop asking, "What if I fail?" and start asking, "What is the hidden cost of staying right where I am for another year?" Often, the risk of inaction is far greater than the risk of action. 6. The self-made person is a dangerous myth. Our culture glorifies the story of the rugged individualist, the lone genius who built an empire from nothing. It's a heroic story, and it's almost always a lie. Trying to do everything alone isn't a sign of strength. It's a sign of ego. It's inefficient and isolating. Every great success story is a story of collaboration. Steve Jobs had Steve Wozniak to build the machine. Michael Jordan had Phil Jackson to coach the team. The myth is so appealing because it gives us a sense of ultimate control. But true power comes not from isolation, but from connection. The smartest people in the world don't have all the answers. They build a network of people who do. They create a personal board of directors or a mastermind group, a team of mentors, peers, and advisors who challenge their thinking and support their mission. Your potential is not a solo journey. Start today. Identify one person you admire and reach out. Not to ask for a favor, but to learn from their story. Build your circle with genuine curiosity, and you'll go farther than you ever could alone. So, these are the truths. The world isn't watching you. You might be running the wrong race. Your time is slipping away. Your comfort zone is a trap. Fear is a guide, and you can't do it alone. You can see these as harsh limits, or you can see them for what they are, tools. They are the levers you can finally pull to stop improvising and start building a life of intention. The rules have always been here. The script was blank all along. The only question left is, what will you write?